Yeah. It was wrong of me.
Seth Rollins shares the secret to happy marriage with Becky Lynch. Seth Rollins' marriage to Becky Lynch is built on communication and honesty, the former WWE World Champion has revealed this week. Lynch and Rollins tied the knot in 2021 after the couple brought their daughter Roux into the world the previous year. On a recent edition of the Khalipa podcast, Rollins discussed how their marriage works despite the pair's busy schedules. He said, "We know where each other's at the end of the day, and then heading into the next day, and just kind of keeping up with each other in that way and making time for the relationship. Even as, like I said, the emotional intimacy, even like on a friendship level, right? Just being friends with each other and caring about what each other is doing throughout the day, even if it's like the small stuff, just having the time to sit down and talk about it, and then be there and being good listeners and trying not to just look at it from one perspective." So yeah, I think communication is key no matter what your differences are, because as you're as people, you just grow, right? You grow over the years. You're not the same people that you were when you first started dating. Rollins is currently feuding with CM Punk, and the pair's long-awaited match will take place during WWE Raw's debut on Netflix on January 6th. Lynch's time with WWE ended in June of this year, though many expect her to return. She was recently listed as the betting favorite to win the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. Seth Rollins reveals what makes his marriage to Becky Lynch work. Seth Rollins has opened up about his relationship with fellow wrestling superstar Becky Lynch. Appearing on the most recent episode of the Khalipa podcast, Rollins discussed his secret for making his marriage to Lynch work. And for him, it all comes down to communication. I think that's one of and I know that sounds so simple, but I think just being able to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? If you have that communication, even if you have disagreements, as long as you can effectively communicate with each other, you're going to be able to kind of work through most things. Rollins goes on to discuss the time they spend together, noting that they generally spend more time together than the average couple because they work together. "We do spend a lot of time together, especially more than most couples because most couples don't work together. So I find that, people with regular, non-wrestling jobs, they end up, not seeing each other most of the week, right? They get the time at night, but it's like getting dinner, getting the baby to bed, or the kids set for the next day, whatever. And then you're like, I need me time too. If you got to go to the gym, or you've got to do errands, or whatever it is you're doing. So we spend a ton of time together because we're at work all the time doing the same job, and, we're at home at the same time pretty much. Obviously there's some disparity, but we spend a lot of time together." Rollins' escalating feud with CM Punk is set to come to a head at WWE Raw's Netflix debut on January 6th. Meanwhile, rumors continue to swirl about Lynch's WWE return, though she recently announced she was cast in Paramount Plus series Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. While Becky Lynch has been on hiatus from WWE since June 2024, she has landed a role in an upcoming Star Trek series. She announced the move in a video posted on X, formerly Twitter. Lynch said that she is a part of the bridge crew in the series. She called it the most incredible experience and praised her co-stars. She concluded the video by doing the iconic Star Trek hand gesture. When you've already been champion of the world, there's really only one place to go next, Lynch teased. And that's to the stars. "I am so excited to share with all of you that I am joining Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. This is an exciting new chapter in Lynch's career." She continues to branch out outside of WWE and sets herself up for a career after she hangs up her boots. Previously, Lynch has acted in WWE-produced movies like The Marine 6, Close Quarters, and Rumble. She has also made appearances in TV series such as WWE Rivals, Biography, WWE Legends, and Celebrity Family Feud. Star Trek. Starfleet Academy star Becky Lynch is on a hiatus from WWE. Fans are currently awaiting her highly anticipated return after sitting out the last 6 months. However, she has started to make public appearances with the company. Lynch was recently seen at a media event for WWE and Netflix ahead of Monday Night Raw's move to the streaming service. Perhaps she is gearing up for a return on the inaugural episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6th, 2025. There is also a chance Lynch comes back at the Royal Rumble PLE in February. The Royal Rumble match is a popular place to debut new stars and bring back others. Either way, The WWE is ready for Lynch to return. She was last seen in May 2024 when she lost the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan, who still holds it. She lost it at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE before losing her subsequent rematch. Lynch won the championship shortly after Rhea Ripley vacated the title. She unsuccessfully challenged her for the championship at WrestleMania XL in the opening match. She later won a Battle Royal to win her 7th World Championship in WWE. In 2023, the man also spent time in NXT. She won the NXT Women's Championship from Tiffany Stratton before losing it to Lyra Valkyria over a month later. Recently, Lynch has been embarking on other non-WWE ventures. She wrote her memoir, The Man, Not Your Average Girl, and became a New York Times best-selling author with it. Andrew Corpan is the lead entertainment editor and film critic for Clutch Points. Residing in Philadelphia, Andrew is an award-winning journalist with previous bylines at Collider, Above the Line, and Below the Line. Seth Rollins shares real secret of his life with Becky Lynch, talks about the chaos and how it works. When we do have that non-work, non-baby time, that's just like our time. Even if that's just like a half hour to sit and have a conversation, like how's your day? Because even when we're working together, we're kind of like working adjacent and not working in unison. So it's just like checking in. How are you? How are you feeling about everything? How's life? Even if that conversation is 15 to 30 minutes, that's an emotional intimacy that I think keeps us on the same page, and we know where each other is at the end of the day and heading into the next day. He said, Seth Rollins said that the most important part of his life was communicating with Becky Lynch. He added that if anyone stopped communicating and talking to each other, then everything would turn into chaos. You stop communicating, you stop talking to each other, everything turns into chaos, he added. Seth Rollins talked about how it was important for him to grow together with Becky Lynch. Seth Rollins talked about how the two of them were naturally not going to be the same people they were when they first met. But it was about growing together and continuing to be in touch with who they were instead of growing apart. You're not the same person you were when you first started dating. Of course you're going to grow, he said. Becky Lynch lands new acting role amid rumors of a WWE return. It's entirely possible that Becky Lynch is heading to both Netflix and Paramount Plus as